morning, you guys. Today's Friday morning, the 3rd of October. Alright, it is about 4:20 in the morning, and we are heading westbound on Interstate 10 over on the far west end of Ontario, getting into, kind of an upland and almost into Montclair and Claremont. We're going to be picking up a load this morning at the Anheuser-Busch facility in Montclair. Be my first time coming to this place. I don't know a whole lot what to expect aside from what I saw in the Google reviews, and I think the satellite, which I didn't even study that hard. Google reviews, they are generally not the greatest. From my understanding, you got to park on the street and then check in, and then they'll let you on the property when it's time to dock in. And it sounds like they only have like 1 or 2 loaders, so it can take some time to get loaded from what it sounds like. But I think I did see a couple other reviews say that it didn't take them that long. So we'll see what happens here. And I guess Montclair police like to patrol the area and try to give out parking tickets, for parking there. I got a job to do, and I can show you. This is where it helps to know your stuff and know the municipal code of whatever city you're going to be in when it comes to parking a semi. Usually cities and their municipal code will have an exception in there allowing you to park there if you're there to service a location that's on that same block. So in my case, if I'm going to Anheuser-Busch, if I'm parked on the same street that Anheuser-Busch is on, and I'm there to do business with Anheuser-Busch, I'm allowed to be there. But I guess sometimes the cops will still threaten to give like $150 parking tickets still, but I'm like, okay, well, I got a screenshot of the Montclair Municipal Code that tells me I have a legal right to be here, and so if you want to go ahead and ticket me, go knock yourself out. I will fight it though, and I will expect to see you in court, and I will watch the judge yell at you for even wasting my time and the judge's time for writing a bullshit ticket. So I'm ready for that. Hopefully I don't have to worry about it. We're going to be getting off here at the Monte Vista Avenue exit, which is a 1/4 mile from here. What is this? This thing's want me. Now it's. Okay, I guess it wanted me to use Central and go across. So I guess I'm going to have to use Indian Hill now, because Monte Vista might not be a good truck route. So, yeah, we'll take Indian Hill, which is right there in Claremont, almost getting into Pomona. I guess, you can even call Pomona part of it. And we'll backtrack. Going to be there around 4:30. I have a 5 a.m. appointment time. If I must be honest, I'm not at all thrilled with doing this load in the least bit. I don't really have an issue with the customer themselves. Whatever pays the bill, whatever gets me paid, I don't care. But the issue is my clock management. Alright, so I got to pick up at 5 a.m. and you guys know I run out of my drop yard in San Bernardino, and I went on duty at 3 a.m. and I went on duty with the assumption that I might have to stop at a truck wash and wash out the trailer that I pick up before I pick this load up. Thankfully the first trailer I looked at was washed out and good to go. Well, kind of. But not without a couple other little issues that aren't going to stop me from using it, but which really I would have rather been using a different trailer. found out that the ABS light was not lighting up at all. So when I should be able to, when I turn the ignition switch from off to on, I should be able to see that ABS light flash a couple times, whatever, and then, what a shitty turn. Glad the other car's waiting. Alright, we got about 1.25 miles. We're going to make a left onto Holt Avenue. Alright, well anyway, the light wasn't lighting up, which indicates to me that either the bulb is in op or somebody unplugged it. And if somebody unplugged it, it means that it's lighting up on the side of the trailer and they're trying to hide the evidence, which is not a good thing. Honestly, I've been through a number of waste stations with trailer actually having ABS light on. I'm not worried about that. Yes, it is a violation. However, they're not going to pull you in for anything just for that normally. They probably could, but my experience is that they don't pay any attention to the ABS light unless they're going to just pull you in for a random level 1 inspection or level 2 inspection, or they see something else that is that concerns them more. So I don't really care if the light's on, but on the other hand, some people will unplug it because now it's that less obvious, and now they absolutely have to pull you in for an inspection to even have any clue that there's something wrong with your ABS system. Then you also had the other problem. The driver's side reefer cowling, the door, it was having a hard time latching. Before I left the drop yard, it felt like it actually latched. It seemed like it latched. I was even pulling on it a couple times, and it seemed like it was just fine. But then next thing I know, I'm driving down I-10 after I've already left the yard, and I look in my mirrors and I see the freaking door open. Like, great. I'd make a special stop in Colton, because I'm not going to stop on the right shoulder just for that. It's not safe to stop on the shoulder of an interstate, so I'm not going to stop on the shoulder if I don't absolutely have to. So what I ended up doing, I got off at Pepper Avenue, made a stop on right by the golf course there in Rialto on Valley Boulevard, and it was a little bit safer, a little bit lower speed, whatever, less traffic, and had to use a bungee strap to secure the door closed. Once I get done with this load, it's definitely going to end up going back to the drop yard and get tagged out for both those issues. So, anyway, going back to the issue with this load, it's delivering this afternoon at 1300 in Imperial. If you guys aren't familiar with Imperial, it is in Imperial County, or basically to the east of San Diego County. It borders Mexico, and it's about halfway. Imperial itself, the city of Imperial itself, does not border Mexico, but it's close. If you guys know where Calexico is, it's pretty close to there. Brawley, that's another one that's close by. It's about halfway across between San Diego and the Arizona line, along Interstate, basically not too far north of Interstate 8. So that's where it's going. It's 14-hour clock. My 14's going to expire at 1700 this afternoon or evening, and if I deliver at 1300, and we'll just say it takes about 2 hours to deliver it, that'll be 1500 by the time I'm even empty, and it's about 2.5, better, maybe even closer to 3-hour trip back to the yard. Are you guys never gonna let me turn? I just watched that light turn green. Green right turn arrow means the other side had a left turn arrow. See, it's doing it again. Why is this light not changing? That was really weird. Okay, so alright, less than a mile. We're gonna make a right turn onto Ramona Avenue. Either way, I can't get back to the drop yard without burning out my 14-hour clock first, more than likely. So I'm going to have to do a split SB to even make it possible. And then that brings up other issues with log integrity. Is if I get back to the yard, I'm not going to sleep on my truck. But to make it legal, I have to log SB, sleeper berth, status, to even be able to do the split at all. So I'm not really thrilled at all about this. That's the issue I have. Okay, I think the next light should be Ramona. And it'll be the front of the first side street there. Didn't catch the name of it. I want to say it starts with a B if I remember right. You gonna... Oh, come on. It was really just the cone. I was concerned that the light, that the road was going to be closed here, or that I couldn't make the right turn. Okay, yeah, this street right here, this is Brooks Street. This street here is where our customer will be. I think it's this building right here on the right side. Do see a couple other trucks, some other trucks here. Yeah, it does say no parking trucks anytime, but like I said, I have to park here. The other thing is, the municipal code mentioned, I think before 6 a.m., not supposed to be here at all. And after 6 a.m., whatever, I think there's another limit, whatever, like 4 hours or something along that line, for what I remember reading. But I got a 5 a.m. appointment time. I have to be here. You guys can get fucked if you guys think I'm not going to park here. Yeah, so I can do my damn job. Alright, anyway, I'll figure out what to do next here, and we'll have some more for you when we're docking in. Alright guys, we are checked in. There's signs saying to call a certain number to check in, for access. But I couldn't get the phone to connect to for anything. And actually there's a guard shack or whatever right there by next to their scale. And there's a guy in there. I was able to check in with him. Just need your pickup number, which was a 8-digit number starting with 305. Give your license and trucker trailer info, and that's it. And now we're gonna get on the scale. Don't know if the scale reads both directions or yeah, it looks like it's a two-way scale, best I can tell. So alright, we'll get on here, and then I don't know if I'll be getting a dock door right away or if I'm just waiting before I mean, as far as part of the check-in process, and maybe we'll have to come back in later. We'll figure this out. Alright guys, we're going to dock in door 13, which is right over here by this personnel door. Gonna have to slide tandems and open doors and all that kind of crap. Also chock the wheels and make sure I wasn't going to go off the ledge there. I'll go ahead and blindside it. There's plenty of space here. I'll wait till we're actually lined up at the door to slide the tandems. Alright, let's get this backing knocked out. I can't tell exactly where I'm at, but I can see the barrier on my camera. Or not the barrier, but okay. Yeah, the jack stand. Actually, that's very doable right there. I don't want to set the trailer brakes right in front of the dock door when I'm still needing to slide tandems, because they'll be able to hear me inside the warehouse, and if they're ready, there's a better chance they're going to think that I'm ready to load and I'm not. What time these guys actually start. I would imagine 5, but I don't know. It's being that nobody at all is in the dock doors, except for look like their own drop trailers. And Cedar England's getting ready to look like he's probably getting ready to dock in as well pretty soon here. So imagine they're getting ready to start loading, or for the day, whatever. Nice gentle touch there. Okay, the instructions did talk about chocking the wheels too, but I don't see any wheel chocks out there, but you do need to pull the red glide hand line. Alright guys, it is 6:35 and we're done unloading here. Done loading, I mean. I got tandem slid back to where I need them and all that. Now we're going to get on the scale and see how this checks out. I don't know if this does each individual axle, so I'm going to... I don't like the way that thing's pointing. Come on. It should be up in 11 something, so as long as I'm no more than like 45, it says no data. Damn it. It's kind of hoping to get axle weights off this thing, but it's saying no data. It's not really going to help me too much. Okay, let me see. I don't know how this checkout process works. Alright guys, we are done. Got our bills here. Yeah, I do everything with the card. My tandems are indicating, or not my tandems, but my drive axles are indicating a little overweight by about 1,000 pounds over. However, I have the tandems at the 40-foot mark. I can actually go, yeah, I know my seatbelt is not on because I'm getting ready to get back out of the truck. Gonna slide the tandems up here, go to the all the way forward position. That's 3 more holes forward. That'll actually take off about 1,000, 1,100 pounds right there. Should put me right at the 34 limit and be okay to run with like that. So go ahead and get up here, and we'll go ahead and end this one, right? Actually, everything went well, I thought. Yeah, there were even some Google reviews complaining about the attitude, I guess, on the guy in the guard shack, but no, he was very polite and friendly to me. Very professional. I have no complaints at all about him. So, yeah, I don't know if there was somebody different or whatever, but it was a younger black guy with kind of like a little bit of some dreadlocks. That's who I dealt with. Got an A from me, so no issues. Overall, yeah, it was pretty very reasonable on the time. I'm out of here within 2 hours, so no complaints of any kind here. I'm leaving here a happy camper today, at least. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. So, I guess I will see you guys on the next one. I'll hopefully be vlogging the delivery phase, which is in Imperial at I forget the name of the place, but yeah, that's where it's going to this afternoon. All right, so I will hopefully see you guys then.